Hi guys, so as I said earlier in the tonic video, the quick video I did to show you guys that the new tonic card making issue number 13 is out. You guys know I love that. You guys love it. It always sells out. I'm sure once it's gone, it'll probably be on scrapbook.com maybe next month or so. But and then that, you know, sells out. But a lot of times they restock. So scrapbook.com usually restocks, whereas if it sells out on tonic, it doesn't come back. But you know, I guess it just depends on what they have. But any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And I guess I started talking about tonic before. What I was getting to is that I was going to start the reviews or tutorials of the Crafter's Companion A Year of Craft box. So I did the unboxing live yesterday, and you guys, it was a lot of fun just to chat with you guys and go through everything. And so here we are, and as I promised, I would start with the review. So I have the little box sitting here. It's obviously too big to kind of get in here, but oh, you know what's so silly? You know me. I'm like, oh, they packaged it really nicely so that, you know, your folder doesn't get damaged anyway, your binder, should I say. And then when I went to put things away later, I dropped it from where it was and it fell crashing right to the floor. So I think I might have damaged her a little bit here. I was like, darn it. But anyway, all right. And then the other thing I said I was going to do was pop out these little pieces, and so funny, when I popped out all these pieces, I guess there were still some on the table, and Miranda found them later. She's like, oh, these are so pretty, and she was playing with them. I was like, oh, my poor daughter. But so I'm going to take a second and go ahead and pop these out just to get them in here. I totally forgot to do that. And then I'm going to choose a project. So I'll just copy a project from here, and then we'll try it out that way. Well, I was going to mention, it depends on when you're watching. Dieta here told me that HSN had free shipping today. I've been busy this morning, so I haven't really looked and shopped things. Or, you know, I usually check HSN almost every day for the free shipping or if they have a coupon. And then, like, Tonic, I'd seen that their magazine was out, really because you guys were buying it. And so I was like, oh, the magazine must be out. So thank you guys so much for using the links there. But, yeah, they're having free shipping today. So I know there's a lot of things that people skipped over because they know it just adds up. And even with this box, I mean, the shipping, you know, free shipping, hey, why not? But I will have the links there and that information. So let me pop these out. And then as I do that, I'll kind of see the projects, and we'll start with something. Okay, guys, as I went through this, I, you know, had to pop all the little holes out and put this in. I'm going to lay this on here. I was struck by, they really do have a lot of different crafts or projects you can do in here. So this is project cards. So it was the one I layered over the project cards, obviously. And then as I went through, I just went ahead and put the pockets here because why not? And then we have, you know, issue 1, issue 2, all the way down to issue 6. And that's for when the magazines come in with the subsequent auto ships if you got the auto ship option. So if you're buying it now, you're not going to have the auto ship option, and that's pretty much done with. But sometimes they come back with boxes later. And then I have the little magazine holders just in the back just because. So no, there are quite a few different projects, really cute, like accordion albums, like this one, this gift card holder that you make pop up, sorry. But I think I'll just make a simple card today just so we can see how cute the different colors and things like that are in this kit. And so I will grab what it says here. It says I need a 4x6 card blank, some turquoise, blue, cream, light pink, and green cardstock, all occasion wreath stamp and die set. Basically, because you want the stamp, there's nothing else we're stamping here. You know, decorative, it's just the words. Flowers and foliage nesting circle dies, and flowers and foliage and nesting circle dies. So we need the set that does this and the set that does this. The yellow pearls, the 1/2-inch wide grow grain ribbon, and all occasion stamp set. So, what? Only because this is all occasion wreaths, stamps, and die set. We'll see what we probably need that circle die from there. And then additional things, obviously your die cutting machine, foam pads, all-purpose glue, red liner tape, black ink pad. I like they put call out all-purpose glue, which I love, but they did write that there. And then on this other side, they do have the instructions how we're gonna go through and you know, step by step make this, but I'll follow it as far as if it's going to give me measurements. And as I can see, it does say Cato panel blue cardstock measuring 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. I love having measurements, so that makes me very happy. And then down here they have another like colorway. I was thinking about doing this instead of the Happy Mother's Day because Mother's Day is a long time from now. So but I like the way the little flower, well, we'll see what the sentiments are on there. You don't have to stamp it with Happy Mother's Day. So let me grab all the things that we need and we'll get started. checked everything out. I didn't take the card blank out, but it does say to use the 4x6. That's what I thought. I thought these were 4x6. They don't look like standard A2 size. So it's a A4 size, I guess. So 4x6, and it says to cover it with the blue. That's like in the first step. It doesn't tell you how big the blue is, so I'm gonna do 4x6, right? I did want to mention in the unboxing, I said it had a white paper, and you know, it's actually cream color, so if you compare it to something that is white, I guess that's why Suzanne, remember I had mentioned Suzanne running and said, well, you do need white paper. And I was like, okay, and then I thought this was white, but it's not. So you can see that. Okay, so this guy, out of the deeper color, I'm gonna cut it down to 4x6. I'm assuming this is exactly 4x6. And so we're gonna cover the whole front. And I normally don't care to do that with cards. I like to leave a little space, like, you know, a little mat. But this is gonna go cover the whole front. So I'm gonna cut this down to 4x6. And then in that same first step, it says then to cut the blue cardstock. So they're calling this one turquoise, this one blue. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then stick those together. So that is step 1, and it says to make sure your border is even around the edges. But I'll be right back when I cut this one down. Again, 4x6, I suppose. It just says to cover it with it, so that's kind of interesting. I guess that way you know it's covered up, but I'm going to cut it down, and then I'll cut this one down, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to adhere those, but I did want to show you, when I was looking at the pattern paper, I was like, you know, I'll just use this one because I like this one, I like colors here, but I didn't realize this is so small, you know, so I think this is a very big pattern to put on a small card like that. I mean, you can do it, but I'll just go with what they did, even though I want to do a little bit different because you don't have to do exactly what they're doing, but, so I just want to mention that real quick. So let's adhere this. Again, you do need to have some tape, so I have my own tape here. If you are new at matting and layering, use a wet glue. That way you have a moment to move this around still if it's not quite. I'm trying to get it all the way to the edge since this is edge-to-edge card. So again, make sure your card's opening the right way. At this point it wouldn't matter because you're just putting it on the blue paper, but when you go to do the next part, you want to make sure your card is right. Now, I can feel, yeah, pretty good. 4x6. Okay, and then they said to go ahead and put this one on. I'm going to put this one on with a little bit of wet glue, just in case. And there's a white core. If you wanted to do stuff like emboss on these just to do a little something more, of course you can do that. Not a lot of it shows through because we're going to put another layer right on top of this that leaves a small amount. But, you know, you can always tell when there's a little bit of texture, you know, on the edges here, even at that. So we're going to put that down. I'm going to let that dry and see what the next step is, which is step 2, to use the die from the All Occasion Wreath Stamp and Die set to cut a turquoise wreath shape. Layer a circle on top that has been cut from blue cardstock using the 4th largest die of the Nesting Circles die set. Oh, that's interesting because I did put away the little scraps of paper, but let me grab those. I don't know if... Oh, that's a bummer, because see how this little piece that's left over? You were really going to have to cut into these big pieces, which is fine. But I was hoping I could just use that. So we're going to do this out of the darkest, the turquoise blue. And it does cut a circle in the center, but it doesn't matter. We're going to cover it up. So as you can see, it's just a little bit too big, obviously. So I'm going to cut this like this, and Miranda's upstairs like, I don't know what she's saying. I can hear da 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 da. I'll still try to preserve my paper as much as I can, but there's that. Tape that down, and then out of the lighter blue, we're going to cut out the 4th largest circle, it says. Oh, there I go, trying to stick my papers down. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th largest out of the light blue paper. And I'm going to run these through my marquee, but whatever cutting tool you have will be great. And I will be right back. Okay, so this is still step 2. We don't need this middle part, but we're just going to layer this over this. And then in step 3, we're going to cut the next size circle out of the cream color cardstock. And they say to cut it first and then stamp, but if you want to stamp first and then cut, do it however you like, whatever is easier for you. So I'm just going to follow the instructions, but it's not the biggest deal. So we're sticking that together. And then it says... Let's put this back. Let's put that back. And then it says, again, basically we're using we just used the 4th one. We're going to use the 5th one in. Right? And I'm just going to cut out a circle from the cream colored paper and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got that. And then it says to stamp your sentiment. I'm going to put this circle back before I misplace it. And as far as the sentiment, like I said, I probably won't do Happy Mother's Day, but I was kind of looking at different things. It depends, I guess, what fits in there, right? But you could always mess with that. So we have happy... Oh, what was I going to do on this one? I saw something else on here that I thought would be cute. Did I still pick the wrong one even though I was going to do just a note? But, okay, that's not it. Let me go back over here. Yeah, we have all these stamp sets. That's the date one. And then we have, you know, Make a Wish. Oh, that'd be cute because you can do that too. But obviously there's no cake on there. Where's just a note? Right here, just a note. And that works, so I'm just going to do that. So it's more of an everyday card. You guys put these back in. I used to always put them back into the plastic sleeve, but then I'm like, why keep doing that? So now I don't do that. But we're going to stamp just a note. And I guess I'll use some black ink. So this is where you need your ink and you need a stamping tool, of course. And I'll just get whatever ink I have here, Memento ink. And I'm just inking it up. And let's put just a note, hopefully in the center. Really nice. And if you didn't like it, turn it over and do it again. But it is a die cut, so I know some people don't like when you stamp or you use the opposite side of a die to show in the front. Okay, so let's put this guy back before I misplace this. And then it says to go ahead and layer this one up on this. But I'll get ink all over my hand. Let's make sure, yes, okay. And it says to layer on top of panel, create in step 2. Now you can put dimensionals in here. You don't have to just keep it flat, flat, flat. If you want, you know, if you want maybe these 2 layers to be popped up on top of the blue one, or however, just layer it up however you like with different dimensionals if that's what you want. And I'll leave that there. So cute. Okay, the next thing it says to cut 3.5 by 5.5 piece of floral pattern paper, and then use red liner tape to adhere the grosgrain ribbon around that. So let me clean up a little bit. I'm going to cut the paper down, and I'll be right back. So we're almost there. Yeah, before we add this on here, we're just cutting this, and then we're going to use, it says red liner tape, which of course you want to use a really, really great tape. Because you want to hold it down, and it looks like they're using this thinner one. It doesn't really say, it just says attach yellow grosgrain ribbon. Let me see if it says on this other one. 1/2 inch wide grosgrain ribbon. So yeah, it does say. I'm not sure about this one. Is that this one? Yeah, it's a little guy one. And again, you can use whatever color. I'm just sticking to what they're showing there. And we're going to wrap this around this piece of paper. And you kind of need to be a little bit generous so it's not going to slip out as easy. To like here. Of course, you know I don't like to waste, but we do want enough to get it under there and not have to fidget with it too much. Okay, I'll put those back. This, take it off. Actually, I'm going to put that back on the ribbon. And you know what? I have some of this Nouveau. It was pretty good. I'm not going to mess with it too much. So we can either put some tape here and then stick this on it around the back, however you want to do it. It says up towards the top. I don't know how towards the top they want to be. We're eyeballing this at this point. Maybe a little bit higher up. Okay, so like right here, in my opinion. But you can put it wherever you like. Like right there. And I'm putting the tape on this side. You don't have to, I mean, it'll adhere it nicer to your paper. If you want to just wrap it around and not stick it down, then that's up to you. You just put tape on the back side here and have that hold it down, you know. But it does stay a little bit nicer when you put tape on right under it. See where we're at here. Looking pretty good. Now they want us to stick this to this. And then pop dot this. So pop that up a little bit, and we're almost there. We're just gonna make our flower and put that center on it. So I'm gonna stick this down. Yeah, I'll use wet glue. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add some dimensional adhesives to the back of that little centerpiece, and I'll be right back. Because I know that takes me a second, and then I have to pick it off and all of that. So again, wet glue gives me some time to mess with this if it's not quite straight. And I'll be right back. So I just used some leftover foam tape from a diamond press project. Okay, and I always just, you saw my card is just tipped, and that's how I do it, but you can, you know, actually look at it. I think I did mine a little bit higher than they did theirs, but that's alright. I'm trying to see where I should put this. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, and then that's step 4 basically. And then step 5 says die cut a light pink flower and 2 green leaves. Arrange them onto the sentiment panel, and then of course top with the little pearls, and that's it. So let me look at these flowers that we have here. And they use that cute pink one. I mean, well, they use pink paper. They use this one here, this yellow one. And it has like little lines. It's really cute. So we're gonna use this one. And a couple of green leaves like these guys. And of course you can, you know, you want to put more than one little flower, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to cut this out of the pink, 2 of these from this green, and I'll be right back. And there we go. Cut like butter, of course. Great dies. Let's see here. You guys, I have a headache, and then I realized when I was leaving the house it smelled like smoke outside. You know, I live in California, apparently everything's on fire, but when I got to Miranda's school to pick her up, it smelled even more like smoke out there, so I'm like, okay. But I'm telling you, getting super sensitive to that kind of thing. I started noticing whenever we would go RVing and there was campfire, it just would make me feel like a huge headache. I guess allergies, right? Okay. So then it says, okay, you die cut the flower, 2 green leaves, arrange them onto the sentiment panel as shown, embellish the center of the flower. Now, I suppose it could just be hanging on there. They have it way more off to the side, and if you're going to do that, you're going to need some dimensional, right? But, I mean, they have it like way out here. But I think we'll just put ours here and see what happens. Let's see. My green, I think, is a little bit deeper, the green, than they use. But I was looking for a lighter green in the kit, and I didn't see it. But I probably overlooked it because there's a lot of paper in there. And I just was like, well, this one, I guess, because there's a one in that's much darker. See, she looks like she's falling off. But I guess I'll just leave it like that. And here we go. I give it a little bit of movement. There, and oh, this one's stuck down anyway because of the glue I put on there, so that's good. Okay, perfect. And our little pearls, and we're done. So it says here that project time takes about 45 minutes. I don't think it took that long, but the things I edited out here was basically cutting time. And I mean, you know, you just go whoo, and then guillotine cutting is pretty quick. I mean, most straight line cutting is pretty quick. Oh, I should have, well, maybe not this part. I should use my little Tim Holtz guy. That would have been fun. Okay. I'm just putting glue. Hopefully it's not too much, because there's quite a bit of these that they want us to put down, and I don't want to put glue each time. So, let's go in here. Pop some out. Again, I suppose you can use whatever color you like. Put one in the center, and then, oh, there's tiny ones and bigger ones in here. How cute. I thought they were all the same size. I don't know what they're using. I'm assuming they're using the bigger size. That's what it looks like. You know what? I want the ones that are turned up because it's easier to mess with them if they're already facing up. You saw a bunch of these were not facing up anymore. That glue will dry clear, so I'm not worried about it. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if I need 5 or 6. Let's see. I guess I can look in the picture. That's cute. Yeah, so there's different sizes of these guys. There we go. Alright. Alright, guys, and that is it. So thanks for watching. You know, I'll do more challenging cards. I wanted to start off with this one, and then I want to do their tutorial. They have a cute tutorial on using the stencil that's in there to make like a little note box kind of card thing. And then a few other things in there that are kind of more avant-garde, so I'll try that out. But thanks for watching, guys. Links in the description box. I guess I didn't mention, I probably forgot to mention that HSN also has free shipping today, but of course it depends on when you are watching this. But I meant today, November 5th? 6th? What is today? I don't know. I really don't know the date. Anyway, that information will be in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.